My bad, stream. We got to get into some things. So, we got some earthquakes that are happening and potential earthquakes that could be coming. We, of course, have the Schumann resonance back up, so we'll be talking about that data and a massive coronal hole. This is pretty much the theme of today's live stream. I also want you guys to know I just made the course for the nervous system. First video will be up tomorrow. I want to keep my course strictly on like trauma, vagus nerve stuff, and regulation, and what it's like having a dysregulated nervous system, so people have an understanding of like what's going on. So yeah, I hope everybody's been doing good. How is everybody doing? So it'll be a nice video showing you guys also a very simple practice that you guys could be doing and whatnot, which is, you might like it. Let's take a look at the newest earthquakes. I think that's new though, right? Let's get just a refresh and see what's going on. Yep, that just happened. All right. So we're gonna be getting into a few things. It's not gonna be that big of a stream today, but yes, I am working on my course, so I'll be getting into that. How's everybody doing? Let's get right into it. So as you can see, of course, newest earthquake was in Bayview, Montalban, California. We actually had a 2.5 in, where's my mouse? Oklahoma City. Welcome to the stream. And there's been a bunch of earthquakes, a lot of big earthquakes in Japan, a 5.2, 5.0s, a 5.7. Alaska has been hit with some earthquakes, and biggest one is a 5.7 in Japan. But there's been some big ones in Fiji, Colombia. There's been quite a bit of earthquakes going on. I'm doing very good. How's everybody doing? Here is the Schumann resonance. By the way, this has been down for about 40 to 50 hours, and now we finally got data. As you can see, everything's pretty moderate here with some integration coming in. So it's been a while since we've had activity on the Schumann resonance because, we had a big blackout happening. I don't think it was weather. I think it was just a lot of other various factors playing along with that. And I'm actually going to give this a refresh real quick just so we can get the oh, wait, we're getting a spike. We're getting something going. This could have been a little line, but we definitely got a line coming in here. This looks pretty strong, by the way. So kind of just seeing that live. But the main thing for today is everything that's going on Space Weather Live. Everything that's pretty much going on with the sun right now. Because as you can see, the sun is starting to hit a massive dark spot on that. And that right here is a coronal hole. This is a coronal hole. This is a monster-sized coronal hole that is coming in. This could be, no offense, chaining up and becoming a monstrous coronal hole. It is already big and expanding. In the next 24 hours, this will be facing us and bringing in so much plasma. Coronal holes are cool spots on the sun where a plasma can escape and could hit the Earth, causing geomagnetic storms, auroras, and of course, even potentially we could have like a stealth CME. We could have a lot of tech issues, and people report feeling drained and tired during these times. And as you can see, it's definitely getting, we have one over here. So we have a lot of dark spots right now in the sun. So this is a pretty massive coronal hole, and it will probably be facing us in less than 24 hours. So very interesting here. There hasn't been any like significant solar flares. These sunspot regions are starting to fade away, so they're not much of an issue. These two, on the other hand, these ones are growing pretty quick, and they're 4336. The newest one is starting to look a bit alarming here. So, let's get an idea of a better close-up of it. So as you can see, this sunspot right now in the sun has a fair chance of having an M-class solar flare, a very tiny chance of an X-class, but again, anything could happen. The sunspots we've been having recently on the sun haven't been that big of a deal. They haven't caused anything serious right now. But the most serious thing is this thing on the sun. And this is something pretty monstrous on the sun. This dark spot is a coronal hole, and as you can see, it's starting to sort of cause a chaining of activity, where we've been experiencing this for about a few months, where the sun is losing a lot of plasma, and there's growing coronal holes, and it starts to chain off and look even larger. So this has been going on a few months. Very odd. We didn't have this like 5-6 months ago, but we've been having it a lot lately. And image 211 does a really good job showing dark spots on the sun and highlighting these coronal holes. It looks like it's about finished here. Like, it doesn't seem to have more to turn in as we're rotating, as the sun is moving. Doesn't seem to be more coming in, but it still is a little dark over here. So, we could have another monstrous coronal hole behind that, and we'll just have to see what happens. But there is another one here and another spot over here. When they start to form up real quick, like this one is doing it's a perfect example. By the time it gets to this point, once it becomes trans-equatorial, or even if it's in the northern hemisphere, right? When it's already like this, it could grow larger, it could become deeper, it could grow larger in size. So this is definitely one of them. This one right here is definitely one that will most likely be facing us and can grow much larger in size. This one has expanded significantly, so this is definitely something to look out for. I think many people will probably be feeling something within 24 to 72 hours. And we could definitely see active geomagnetic conditions to G1, a G1 geomagnetic storm. I think some people will be seeing some auroras, and there will be people being really tired and drained. That happens. There could be, you never know, a stealth CME, a lot of tech issues, any sort of, what do I want to call it, internet, satellite base like Starlink. Those will definitely be struggling as well. Usually they happen when a lot of plasma comes in, or there's geomagnetic storms, right? Even if they're undetected, like stealth CMEs are undetected usually, it could be quite impactful to satellites and internet-based satellites like Starlink. So I've been working on my course involving the nervous system, and my first video is pretty brief and really getting into what it's like to have a dysregulated nervous system and to have trauma, to have all those things. And I shared a little practice to really help people out. This will be a free course on the channel. If you're someone who's had trauma or wants to learn more about your nervous system and help regulate it, that course is definitely going to support many people. I do hope everybody's been doing good. Please hit the like button and subscribe button if you haven't already. I will keep people updated. Also, we got something pretty massive happening. Since I'm not going to be streaming the next few days because I don't stream every day, I might as well show you guys this. and then I'm gonna skedaddle. But I will make a video on this. I'll just show you guys what it's like. You guys are probably gonna like this, Loki. It's really a cool thing here. So this is a solar system model here. And as you guys can see, we got a pretty big planetary alignment happening. And in the next few days, we're about to have a lot of planets line up. So we're going to have a bunch of planets lining up. We're going to have Mars, Venus, Earth, and the Sun and Jupiter pretty much lining up within the next few days. Somewhere around January 8th to 11, there's going to be a pretty big planetary alignment where all these planets right here are going to line up. Something like this hasn't happened since about 100 years ago, to be honest. And we ain't going to have something like this in a long time. So I'm going to say extraordinary instead of rare. Extraordinary. Very special. So, like I said, this is going to be a wild year. And as you can see, in just a few days, these are all going to be lining up here. So, pretty crazy. Let me know how's everybody been and how's everybody been doing. I really appreciate all the support and everyone who's been watching and whatnot. Overall, a lot of things going on, and it's gonna get pretty crazy in a few days. Other than that, I'm grateful for everyone who's been watching the streams, and thankful and grateful for everyone who's been showing support. Like, subscribe, and I'm gonna keep you guys updated with the videos and whatnot. And I will see you guys all next time. Thank you so much.